Well, good morning everybody. It's the Texas Rimfire Nut here again, doing a review today. This is just going to be a quick down and dirty review with a range report on the Savage 93R17 GV. This is the one, of course, with the wood stock on it. All the pictures that I saw before ordering this gun, I was not too pleased with the way the stock looked. Had every intention to get the gun in and perhaps put like a tactical stock on it or another one just to make it look better. But I felt like the pictures really don't do the wood justice when you get it in. Now it's just a hardwood that's with a walnut stain on it. But all in all, in person, I'm not so sure this video will even do it justice, but it's really not a bad looking wooden stock on there. Now this one does come with a bull barrel on it. I think it's about a 22-inch bull barrel. Right now it's sporting my Burris Timberline 4.5 to 14 scope, which I am not too pleased with right now. Always heard great things about Burris scopes. This one here has non-positive clicks on it. Seems to be moving around a little bit as I change the windage on it. It seems like the elevation will sometimes change as well for some reason. Anyway, what I'm really displeased with right now with Burris is just absolutely horrible support. I've called, couldn't get through. I've sent a couple of emails, and now I'm sitting at well over 2 weeks waiting for an email or reply back from those folks. I simply don't think I'm going to get it from them. I'm probably just going to have to package it all back up and go ahead and send it in and hope for the best that they'll go ahead and send me out a different one or get this one repaired. But I really do not like sending something in without being able to talk to the folks first, and apparently Burris has really poor customer support, and you can't talk to anybody or get anybody to answer your email. But anyway, that's not the focus of this review. This review is all about the 17 HMR put out by Savage. When I bought the gun, my worst hopes were that this would be an MOA gun. My best hopes were hoping that maybe I'd get lucky and get a half MOA gun. So far, I've been really pleased. I haven't been able to get this thing out in the pasture and ring it out to 100 yards yet, but I'm really impressed so far with the 50-yard shots. We'll go over those now. And this is a little bit that you can see, poster board that I had up here where I was trying to figure out just exactly, sorry guys, it's windy out here today, just what exactly was going on with the scope. And as you can see, I shot a 3-shot group here to begin with, and that was shooting with the Federal Premium V-Shok ammunition, and my first 3-shot group was phenomenal. At this point I was shooting at 50 yards. I'm on very heavy bags, and a very good solid bench, so I've got the correct setup to get good shots in. I haven't done anything to this gun yet. I haven't torqued the stock bolts looking for the sweet spot on them. I haven't adjusted or did a trigger job or anything on it. It does have the AccuTrigger on it, as you can see right there. A little bit heavy for my taste. I think I can get a little bit better grouping by lightening that trigger up some, but so far so good. As you can see here, that first 3-shot group came in at .097. That's a center to center measurement taken with calipers, so should be pretty accurate. That is less than 1/10 of an inch grouping at 50 yards. That is very impressive. You know, I think the gun is just shooting really excellent at this point. By the time I finish this little card here to document this stuff to send the scope back in with, I had a total round count of only 60 through the gun. So hopefully it should do nothing but get a little sweeter. As you can see here, I adjusted and moved one click left. It was a non-positive click on my scope, and that's why I'm not happy. Should have only moved 1/8 of an inch at 50 yards, and as you can see, it moved probably in between 1/2 and 3/4 inch. So what I did then is I moved it back over one click to the right to put it back on to where it should have been before. And as you can see there, that second 3-shot group came in at 0.210. So still under 1/4 inch, and you can see 2 of them actually go through almost the same hole, just a little bit widening of it. I once again moved my scope one click to the left again, and as you can see, it moved over a whole lot more than it should have. But anyway, nevertheless, nothing about the scope here. This is all about the gun right now, but you can see I ended up with a total of that first 3-shot group at 0.097, less than 1/10 of an inch at 50 yards. I know that don't necessarily interpolate into you know, it's still being under 1/2 inch at 100 yards, wind, everything else all combined, but we'll just have to see when I get a chance. Second group again was 0.210. Again, that's with the Federal V-Shok 17 grain TNT hollow points, at moving at 2,550 feet per second. So next up we have a 5-shot group, and this is with the Hornady VMAX 17 grain. Again, once again, just shooting at 50 yards right now. But that 5-shot group came in at 0.222, so still less than 1/4 inch at 50 yards. That one kind of ran it up really close to 1/4 inch, so don't know if I'm going to get my half MOA gun at 100 yards out of this thing or not. We'll just have to wait and see. The round count is still, after shooting these and taking it, was only at 80. So as you can see, straight out of the box, nothing done to this gun. No torquing on the screws in the stock yet, no trigger job, no lightening of it, nothing done to it. This gun is shooting phenomenal. Only time will tell, and I'll get back out here hopefully in a few weeks or so when I get a chance and do a range report at 100 yards and see what we're getting, and hopefully, even if it takes a little bit of twinking or whatever, maybe I'll get lucky and have a half MOA gun. All in all, guys, this thing is an absolute shooter. Thanks. We'll see you next time.